all you pregnant people out there, pregnancy is a business builder. So when I get messages from people who are like, do you think I can be a good coach because I'm pregnant? I'm like, are you on drugs? Are you on drugs? Are you on drugs?
Right here. So again, I just mentioned that we had a miscarriage earlier this year, and I cannot tell you how many women I have connected with around that miscarriage. We always joke that pregnancy is the golden ticket of coaching. We had more success with every baby.
Yeah, Elliot, I've got them right here. We got them right where we want them. No, I've got videos. Yeah, 3 of them. They actually posted videos of themselves saying this. Yeah, Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's extremely fucked up. All right, I'll see you at the office. So for the last week, I've been busy catching criminals. The accused, you ask? Team Beachbody coaches once again. The crime? Having kids for the explicit reason of boosting their business. So, me and my partner were able to track down some serious criminals this week. The reason why I say criminals is because this is something that is so ethically corrupt that it's almost hard to believe that it's happening until you see videos like this and you're like, oh, that's for sure happening. People actually think this way. It's pretty shocking, I'll admit, and this video is going to be a wild ride for a lot of people, especially probably parents and, people that just have kids and have great intentions for them and are super excited to have them in their lives and don't exploit them for content. For those people, it's going to be probably especially jarring. And before I start, I want to make the clear distinction of intention with having kids and getting pregnant, okay? In this video, in these people that we're showing, and again, this does not go for all Beachbody coaches. This is just the people that we're seeing. This is a special group of people. These people are getting pregnant and having kids with what I believe to be is the intention of boosting their own business. So throughout this video and with all my videos, I'm going to let you decide whether or not these people have crossed a line. And I want you to give your input, of course, as always, in the comments, and let me know what you think. So anyway, we're going to watch these videos right now. We're going to dissect them, and you can let me know what you think. All right, so we're going to watch the first video, and I was sent this video by @MLM_frauds on Instagram. It's a great anti-MLM account that you can follow. So thank you for sending that over. I'll have a link down below to their Instagram page in the description box. To give you some backstory on what video we're about to watch, we're watching one of the highest ranking, highest earning coaches in the entire company. And she is on a team call. It's like a 2020 introduction where she talks about her best coaches and she's congratulating them on different ranks they've hit and recognizing them, right? So let's watch that, and then afterwards we'll talk about it, okay?
All right, so let's talk. Heather also 2-time elite and a pregnant mama again, right? So all you pregnant people out there, pregnancy is a business builder. So when I get messages from people who are like, do you think I can be a good coach because I'm pregnant? I'm like, are you on drugs? Like, pregnancy is like the #1 business builder. Absolutely. Of course you can. So congratulations, Heather, 2-time elite.
So one of her coaches hit elite, and she's recognizing her here, and she did it while she was pregnant. And by the way, being elite is like a very good rank to hit. It's a very esteemed rank. That's why she's congratulating her. And it's very good for her because it makes her more money. But anyway, so she's telling people, look, you can still hit these high ranks while being pregnant, and pregnancy is not an excuse to not work the business. In fact, pregnancy is a business builder, according to her. Now you have to ask yourself, why would that be? Why would pregnancy be a business builder in a recruiting model business? Why would pregnancy be a business builder when pregnancy is not a business builder for like any other company? Let me break down why she's saying pregnancy is a business builder, because you'll be able to reference what I'm saying right now throughout the rest of the video. Pregnancy is a business builder only for those who use pregnancy and having kids as leverage into other people's lives in order to recruit them. She's almost saying, if you don't post about your pregnancy, you're not trying hard enough at your business, and your business is not going to be built as effectively and efficiently as it should be. So this is what I believe to be the reason for why she's saying this, and where in their business pregnancy would have an effect. Because you have to remember, it's a recruiting model, and how do you build a team Beachbody business that's in a recruiting model? Recruiting. How do they get to the point where pregnancy equals more recruits? Pregnancy equals more content. Having kids equals more content. Having kids equals more relatability. And with more content and more relatability comes new people and new conversations. That's all they need. So what does that look like? Well, we've seen this also with YouTubers and other jobs that are on social media, people using pregnancy to their benefit, because what better way to build up your impressions and get more attention from people than to have a kid? It's one of those times in someone's life where it's very momentous. Everybody sort of stops and stares, and they're like, oh my gosh, either congratulations, or they're like, okay, let's see how she's doing this, or there's so many things about it. It's just a huge moment. So now, kind of like a YouTuber where we see, oh, baby shower video, telling my friends and family video, having a baby video, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's all this new content. Team Beachbody coaches have all this new content, especially revolving around their business. So they have healthy pregnancy journey. Here's what I'm eating. Postpartum journey. Here's what I look like now. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So much content. It's crazy. But they also do this thing where they bait people into their inbox by asking questions or sharing things that are hard to share. Or, what did you guys do? I'm struggling. I feel like I'm not good at this. And they'll say things kind of like this. It's really kind of sinister and scary. So then kind people who are watching from the outside come into their inbox and they say, oh, I've been through this before, so here's what I did, or here's what I recommend, and this really helped me. I feel so sorry for you. You're doing great, or whatever. These people prey on the kindness of other people. When you're in their inbox, all the work has been done for them then, because they don't have to go out and message you or find you. You're their target audience, and then those conversations that are already in their inbox turn into recruiting for their pyramid scheme. So you build up a rapport with them saying, oh, this happened to me, blah, blah, blah. I'm also a mom, or whatever. And they say, oh, well, wouldn't you want to stay home with your babies? And I think this is a great opportunity for you, or whatever. It's a sick and twisted game that these people are playing, okay? That is why she's saying pregnancy is a business builder. Just the mere fact of being pregnant opens up all these doors for them. But to say pregnancy is a business builder, just the sentence coming out of somebody's mouth is so ethically corrupt, in my opinion. You should not be having kids with the explicit intent of boosting your business. A baby should have nothing to do with the success or the failure of your business at all. Right? It should have nothing to do with it. So as you watch these next clips, you'll be able to keep that in mind, okay? So, next video we're watching, this is another very high level coach, and she's talking on a panel, kind of like she's having other successful coaches talk to less successful coaches. Everybody else kind of gives their tips and tricks. This was also kind of a 2020 recognition style, here's what worked for us in the last year kind of deal. And there are a lot of low-level coaches who are watching this, taking notes, trying to figure out how to work the business, figure it all out. This might be like one of the first ones that they're on. I know a lot of people get recruited in January. She's introducing and recognizing another one of her coaches. So let's watch this.
So Kimberly, unmute yourself in a moment. So Kimberly, let me just tell you, is the queen of the basics. She doesn't go and do all these fancy, crazy things, yet she is so consistent. She always hits Success Club. She locked in Premier with no struggle whatsoever. She works as a full-time PA, a physician assistant in dermatology, so she's busy. She does not have time during the day while she's at work to be on her phone working this business because she's actually with patients. She has a toddler at home, and she just had her second baby. So all of 2019, she was pregnant and she was still working this business. The number one thing that drives me crazy is when women get pregnant and then they use that as an excuse as to why they can't work this business or why they have to take a step back. Holly and I We always joke that pregnancy is the golden ticket of coaching. Literally, our big breakthroughs were when we got pregnant and after we had our babies, and we had more success with every baby. So we always have wanted to be that role model for our teams, to show you what is possible and how pregnancy is, yes, a blessing to your life, but also a huge blessing to your business.
So by the way, for that video, I want to give credit to Anti-Beachbody Coach on Instagram. It's a really great account to follow, another great anti-MLM. I'll link it down below in the description box. And again, great one to follow, so thank you so much for sending that. So let's recap really quickly. She says, pregnancy is the golden ticket of coaching, and she also says she had more success with every baby. Right off the jump, I want to say the thing that bothers me the most about this, and it is by far the latter quote that she says, more success with every baby. I can't tell you how badly this rubs me the wrong way. It is so unfortunate that someone would ever say this and it would ever come out of somebody's mouth and that they would ever think like this. The way she's talking about her kids, it is almost as if they are nameless, faceless props in the game of her own life. It seems to me like she views her kids as the keys to success of her business, and she doesn't view them as what they are, which is innocent babies who should have no bearing on the success of your business. To the other thing, pregnancy is the golden ticket of coaching. I want to remind you what I said earlier. She is on a panel of other successful coaches talking about why they were so successful in the last year, right? And to these people, and when she says pregnancy is the golden ticket of coaching to brand new coaches, she is saying, get pregnant and you will have a golden ticket to success. If you just get pregnant and have a kid, you will have a successful business. She's saying this to new coaches and old coaches. People who may have kids or may not have kids. It's so disingenuous. But here's another point that I really want to make. She's telling people pregnancy is the golden ticket of coaching, but a lot of these top coaches, I would verge on saying most of these coaches, at least all the coaches that I have seen say this, all have full-time nannies and they have people who can care for their kids. So they're telling these people who probably can't afford it to have all these kids because it'll boost their business. And even though it's pretty much too late, like you're not going to make any money in these kind of things because you didn't get in early enough. So they're telling them, okay, pregnancy is the golden ticket of coaching, so have all these kids and you're going to have to take care of them and you're going to have to take care of your business. Meanwhile, these people who are saying it have full-time nannies. They're not even taking care of their own kids. So it's something that you have to point out, and it's worth mentioning because they're not even coming from an honest place to begin with, but it makes matters worse when they can afford a full-time nanny to pop out all these kids for content reasons and for business building blocks, right? And they have more success with every kid, and therefore they can have 37,000 kids and they're just going to get more successful. But if somebody were to have all of these kids as business builders, you know, and take their advice, which you should never take this person's advice, obviously, but if you were to do so, you wouldn't have the same resources these people have. You wouldn't be able to afford a full-time nanny. You'd just be in even deeper debt than you already are with this thing. So the whole thing is just a mess. So ironically, Anti-Beachbody Coach also sent me this today, and I just thought it was a great thing to add in. So again, thanks to her. She's the best. So a Team Beachbody Coach, again, posted this into a Facebook group, and she said in a Facebook post, she said, if anyone is pregnant or becomes pregnant, and if you haven't announced, secret is safe with me, I'm happy to help anyone strategize and take advantage of this awesome time for your business. She says, my business blew up last time I was pregnant, and I can confidently and graciously say that I do pregnancy really well on social media. She says, happy to help anyone, whether through a pod or group together, for anyone who wants pregger/coaching TLC. This is truly a time to level up and put your head down if you're into being successful. Send me a message if you are under the radar or if you fall into this niche along the way. Again, this is just mind-blowing to me in all the wrong ways, but she says, time to level up, put your head down. If you're into being successful, take advantage of this awesome time for your business. So another thing that I wanted to mention before about why this would be an awesome time for your business and time to level up is because there's this thing called the cold market and the hot market that a lot of these team Beachbody coaches talk about in their team calls. And a hot market would be your friends, your family, and other people, acquaintances that you've grown to know over the years. So these are people that know you probably from high school. They're your Facebook friends, and they know something about you. They have had a rapport with you before. They know you. They're familiar with you. That's your hot market, okay? That would be a coach's hot market. And that's the best market to be in. But there's also a cold market, which is what we pretty much all know is what a lot of these people use because they dry up their hot market really quickly and they alienate their friends and family very quickly as well. A cold market consists of people who don't know you yet. That's why we see a lot of cold messaging. Those people have no more people to talk to in their hot market. They've moved on to the cold market. And if you can tap into your cold market, which would be equivalent of a YouTuber who has all these new followers and subscribers who are watching their videos and buying their things that they recommend, if you can tap into that, it will unlock a level of success for your business because all these people need, again, is new people in their inbox, viewing their stuff, watching their stories, and interacting with them. Pregnancy has a knack for opening up the doors of a cold market to these people. So anyway, we are going to watch our third video today. This one is, it's a yikes. I was sent this by a Reddit user, so thank you for that. It is shocking. So to give you some backstory again, this is a team call. Something is going on during these team calls where they feel like they're, I don't know, invincible, or they can say things that maybe they wouldn't normally say. They're really leaving it all out there. I don't know what's going on, but it's just something's up. But anyway, she's on a team call. She's actually a guest speaker for somebody else's team call. So this person asked her to come on and answer questions because she's a successful coach in the network. And she's speaking again to lower level coaches who are trying to build businesses. And this is a business call. I want to make it very clear before we watch it. This is a business call, and everything that she's saying is with a business mind while she's saying it. Enjoy.
But if you guys go to your Instagram feed and remove every like sweaty selfie or every like coaching related photo, what's left? That's what people are going to connect with you the most on. Again, there are so many coaches out there that people can choose to sign up with, but they're signing up with you because they connect with you on that personal level. Whether you're a mom, maybe, I used to recruit a lot of women that were corporate ladies because I was working corporate and I was sharing my journey through corporate. When I was planning a wedding, I had so many ladies that had a wedding date right around me because I was talking to women about wedding stuff because that's the season of life I was in. We experienced a miscarriage earlier this year. So sharing about our miscarriage, again, not easy to do, but just connecting with women on a personal level, apart from just fitness related stuff, however you're comfortable sharing it. But these pictures right here. So again, I just mentioned that we had a miscarriage earlier this year, and I cannot tell you how many women I have connected with, around that miscarriage. And, it was just what I needed to get through it at the time. And it wasn't an easy topic to talk about and open up about, but truly at the end of the day, like, with my Instagram feed and like what I'm doing as a coach, in my opinion, is like, I want other people to know that like they're not alone. And now as I like go into this motherhood journey and I've been sharing like my baby blues and just like sobbing every day for no reason, so many women are like reaching out and they're like, you're not alone, like you're doing great. And like, that's what I truly believe social media is for, is building connections. Like, yes, we want to sign people up for our next boot camp. Yes, we want to recruit people for our next coach mentorship, but it really just starts at the base of building that relationship, building that trust with people, have that open, dialogue, that open communication around a topic that's not fitness related, which again, it's going to vary for everybody, but using where you're at in whatever season of life you're in, using that to connect with other people.
Okay, so there's a lot to break down here. And I think the part where she says, I cannot tell you how many women I've connected with around that miscarriage might be one of the worst things I've heard somebody say in a very long time. As we all know, having a miscarriage is a very horrible thing to go through for people. It's very sad. It's traumatizing. It's horrible. And she's using that, and as she kind of was walking us through, she used that as a recruitment tactic. She used that to build connections. She is talking about this, having a miscarriage, in a business call. I want to make it very clear to you that your miscarriage should have nothing to do with a business. It's so inappropriate to be talking about a miscarriage and how effective it was at making connections with other people in a call where you're talking about business and you know exactly what you're doing. You know you're talking about business. You know you're talking about how to be successful in your business to other people who are less successful than you, and they are taking notes. I'm watching one of the people right now who are in the little boxes on this team call, and they're taking notes and they're nodding their heads, and like, this is something that they're like, okay, yeah, I'll share about the things that I maybe don't want to share about. I'll overshare about my personal life because apparently that works. And then we see this culture of Beachbody coaches oversharing, and it's not a good thing. These people are going to regret it one day. I can assure you that, okay? Because you should not be oversharing your life. You shouldn't have to post about your personal life in order to gain people, to garner trust with people, to connect with people. Like, it's just something that you shouldn't have to talk about. It shouldn't have any bearing on your business. And if it does, then is that a business that you want to be in? Really? For me, it's not. I wouldn't want to be in something like that. You know, it strikes me as very unethical. So, but at some point in this video, she says, well, you know, at one point I was recruiting a lot of corporate ladies, allegedly, because that was the season of life I was in. And then I was posting about, oh, I'm getting married. So then I was recruiting other people who were getting married a lot. And then I had a miscarriage. So I was recruiting, she doesn't say, but it's like, we can all understand what she's talking about here. She's recruiting people that had a miscarriage because they relate to her. I have to go through this again. She is highlighting right now why we call MLMs predatory. Like, it's to a T why we call MLMs predatory, because, oh, you connect on one issue and they find out something about you, like, oh, you're getting married, or you just posted that you had a miscarriage too. They see that and they prey on that. She's making the connection, again, on a business call. I cannot get over this. On a business call. And she's saying, I had a miscarriage because that was the season of life, and then therefore I recruited other people who had miscarriages. What? It's sad. Do you know how she recruited people that had miscarriages? Because other people who experienced the same traumatic event reached out to her and offered their condolences. She is preying on kind people who are trying to give her some level of support. And she is turning those conversations into dollar bills. She is turning that into income. Now ask yourself, how is that not unethical? How can somebody get in a team call, say this, and there's no like slap on the wrist? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't do that. You shouldn't be doing that. There's no regulation with these things. There are no checks and balances. Like I said last week, it's just unbelievable to me, really. Honestly and truly, it really is unbelievable to me. I mean, yeah, there's just not a whole lot else I can say besides it's very sad to me, in my opinion, that people would make that connection and be doing that. So anyway, I'm going to do my closing thoughts. And you know, for me, this is a very full circle moment because I really never thought I'd be able to make this kind of video for you. And I never thought I would ever collect enough videos or enough evidence that this was happening. I had always suspected that it was. And I always take it back to the fact that I got this email from someone in Beachbody's ex-husband, and he had said, look, my ex-wife, admitted that she had kids to boost her business. And that was the first time where I really had some sort of confirmation that it was going on. And again, it's one of those things where you're like, how is this happening? There's no way, right? It's impossible that this is happening. But it is. And now we have these videos, and it's crazy that they think that it's totally fine to post things like that. These people are so detached, and they're so deep in the Beachbody cog wheel that they don't even realize what they're saying anymore. They don't even realize what they're doing anymore. They've driven themselves to try to be so successful in wanting to have kids and having kids and saying that they're having kids to boost their own businesses. It's like, what's going on here? You wouldn't see this at other jobs because the money's guaranteed and the time off's guaranteed and you don't have to recruit people. I mean, it's insanity. I think it goes without saying that anybody that views getting pregnant and having kids as anything more than just bringing a child into this world who you're going to love and take care of, then that person shouldn't be having a kid. You know, you shouldn't be having kids for selfish intentions or for business building intentions. Like I said, like 3 other times in this video, I don't know if I can make it more clear. A child, an innocent child, should have nothing to do with the success or failure of your business. Nothing. And to make that connection is seriously twisted. And again, this is not all Beachbody coaches, but I think this is happening even more than we realize, and it's definitely happening even more than what we see here. I mean, these are just 3 team calls that I found. It's just sad. You know, kids are not business builders, and they're not golden tickets to coaching and success. So anyway, I hope you found this video informative. Hopefully going forward, there will be a much more conscious effort surrounding getting pregnant and having kids, because like I said, even YouTubers or Instagrammers or whatever get pregnant when views are down, or they need to resurge a dying career or something like that. Like, it's happening not just in Team Beachbody, it happens other places as well. And I wish as a society people would just take a look at parenting and view it from the lens like, you should be very serious, you should be ready, and you should have no selfish reasons for doing that. And if it has anything to do with your business, stop, take a step back, and reevaluate. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next week for another Anti-MLM video. If you are not subscribed yet, please do so down below, and leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Bye.